It's the music that we choose. 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 The music that we choose. The world is spinning too fast. I'm fine that Nike shoes to keep myself tethered to the days I tried to lose. My mama said to slow down, you must make your own shoes. Stop dancing to the music, I've got gorillas in a happy mood. Keep my groove on.
It's all garbage.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first official Penguin Arms channel ownership debate. I'm Jacob, aka Jabocon. It's twitch.tv/Jabocon. And I'm joined today with by Sax, aka Sam, and James, aka Mike 4. I will be the moderator for today's debate, and I would like you two to briefly introduce yourselves. Just give a
Alright, you guys know who I am. I've been on the internet for at least like the couple of years. Like the what is it, like 4 now? I think it's like a 4. So yeah, the channel is growing at the remarkable rate, right? And yeah, I started it in my bedroom. I'm still in my bedroom, so like it's going good. It's going good.
Starting from the bottom, and we're still here.
Yeah, my opponent got me.
all right.
All right. Instead of putting on a voice, I'm just gonna introduce myself. Hello, I am Sam. I am also known as Sax on the internet, Sax0314. I got the name because of a really awful cross-country t-shirt at our local school, just because they didn't know how abbreviations worked when you read them out loud. So that it made it seem like they wanted our cross-country team to put their nut sacks into the fire. Also, I just want to say I am glad to be here, ready to debate. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for the warm introduction. America.
Yep.
God, what a loser. Oh God.
I would like you to refrain from insulting your fellow participant.
All right.
If there are disruptions, or if there are needless insults thrown around, I will deduct points.
Yes, sir.
So we have several.
Define needless.
Pussy.
Well, that.
Like that, yeah.
All right, thank you, James, for the example.
Yeah, that was just an example. I wasn't insulting you.
I'm sure it was.
All right.
So we have several topics for today's debate, all relating to the channel. So, firstly, I would like each of the nominees to pitch a series. So, for the restrictions for this, of course, it has to be doable. So you can't just go something completely far-fetched. And it has to be something that you can follow through. Let's wait a moment for Sam's return.
What happened?
You disconnected.
Oh. Hold on.
God, what a mess.
I had to name my phone to get it to flip over correctly. Sorry, I apologize, people of the audience and people on the screen. I'll go with it.
Accepted. So I would like both of you to pitch an original series that you would like to start on the channel. This would preferably, once one of you is elected president of Penguin Arms LLC, would be carried out and done. So it does have to be reasonable. It has to be doable. It can't be, as the example we gave before, YouTubers skydiving, eating peppers, and unboxing cards. That would be implausible. So I think we'll start first with Sam. You have the floor for? I'll give you 5 minutes. Let me start the timer.
Wait, did you start the timer? Or
All right, and go.
okay, you started the timer now. All right. So, picture this: a vacation Bible school. All right. Everyone loves it. Everyone wants to touch it.
Continue.
My pitch is the Vacation Bible School slasher.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell them that everyone wants to touch it.
So it's basically like an 80s slasher, you know, but it's set in a vacation Bible school. And you know, we're gonna see some inventive kills, some inventive an inventive design for the villain. You know, he'd have like he'd brandish, you know, whatever weapon we could get our hands on. You know, could be a hammer. You know, we could recreate James's vision of what he wants to do to me, which he has said in the past is throw a hammer at me in the woods.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm open to workshopping it. It could be like a vacation Bible school that's just like at a church, or it could be like one that's at a church camp. You know, and there could be some interesting twists and turns here and there. You know, and some good character growth and development. You know, and I think it would be an epic series that we would all tune in to see, and it would just blow your mind if you watched it and it became a thing.
All right. So
I would like to intervene.
Hold up.
Okay.
It is still Sam's time.
Okay.
Please do not interrupt.
Okay.
So we've hit the 1 minute. We're about to hit the 1 minute 50 mark on that. Is there anything you would like to elaborate on the vacation?
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I just want to see a bunch of people at a vacation Bible school get killed.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people here want to see that too. Am I right? Can I get some? Put in some audio noise. Whoever's editing this. Yeah. Thank you.
It would be much appreciated if we could get a whoop whoop in the comments.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was 2 minutes 13 seconds. I think we'll reduce the total time to 3 minutes per person on this. Since that was relatively short.
America. I just wanted to throw that out there so that people can know.
All right, James, you now have the floor.
I would like to ask my main man down there, Sam, how feasible it would be to get into a church.
You're supposed to be pitching yours right now,
and have the series take place
right now. I will have you discuss each other's topics in a short time.
Okay.
But right now is
you
have the floor to pitch your own
idea. All right.
And you are 30 seconds in.
So you guys know the Flaccid Realm, right? The Adventures of Jacket Guy series that we all know and love. And we do know that this spans over quite a bit of series. Wee Guy, Dill Smith, and countless others. What I would like to do is introduce before the timeline. Kind of explain how it all happened to begin with. How these characters came to be. And what's it called? A prologue? That's what I would like to do.
Yes.
That's what I would like to do. So yeah, pretty cool. That's what I meant. So we could start off with showing how Jacket Guy came to be, and how these characters actually live in their realm, which I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would like to see this, and I feel like it could expand the universe a little bit more, a little further in, and yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say there.
I got my notes. Okay.
All right. So, now we will go on to the next section of this topic, which is I would like you to discuss each other's points.
Okay.
We'll go in the reverse order that we did last time. So I would like James to go first. You have a minute and 30 seconds.
Okay, so Sam, how feasible would it be for us to get a church or some sort of church land for filming this series?
It doesn't have to be a church. It could just be like
Well,
a
you said
chapel.
vacation
And
Bible school.
there are areas that are very church-like that we could use. I know a few, some of which we've used in the past.
Okay.
And I said it doesn't have to be like a vacation Bible school that's necessarily set in a church. It could be a vacation Bible school that's set in a church camp, which could just be any wilderness.
All right. So my next question is, how long would this series be? Is it
The minimum would be 3 episodes, and I think the maximum would be anywhere from 5 to 10 episodes. Depends on how much we like doing it and how much content we can get out of it.
See, I don't know. I was a little weary that you said vacation Bible school, but I kind of like your idea. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for clearing some stuff up.
Right.
All right, good display of sportsmanship, and I like the questions you asked and the answers you gave. So now, Sam, you have the floor to ask James any questions. That's
So how original really is this idea if it is just is set in the same universe as Jacket Guy? I mean, that's kind of derivative, don't you think?
Yes, but so is Wee Guy and Dill Smith. How original are those ideas?
Well, yeah, but wasn't the criteria that it's an original idea that's
Well, this is
something
an original
new to the
idea.
channel?
This is a new series to the channel because it's a separate being altogether, Sam.
So how is it not a continuation of the Jacket Guy universe then?
It happened before.
But it's still part of the same timeline in the same universe.
Well, Sam, it happened before. So basically, everything else after it is a continuation of the Jacket Guy universe.
All right. I'll add to my notes then.
Thank you, and good day.
all right. You have about 20 seconds remaining. Anything else?
I don't have any more
Please
questions.
don't ask me any more questions.
Okay. So, along the lines of the series that are planned, do you have any plans for existing series? Whether you're adding upon it or changing it up, or are there any that you just have any ideas for? Let's start with Sam. You have. Let's do. I feel like 2 minutes 30 seconds is fine, right? Then it's 5 minutes for the both of you to do it, and then. Okay. So you have 2 minutes 30 seconds to describe your plans for existing series, starting now.
So, the biggest series that we've ever had on the channel, and it's technically a series because there are 2 episodes, is of course Stuart Little. Millions of views, like literally millions. And James has been very apprehensive in the past about continuing the series or even doing a similar series, as he did not enjoy the gameplay of the game. But I think that adds to the overall enjoyment of the series. And so what I'm proposing is either continue playing Stuart Little 2 all the way to completion, or maybe do a different type of game, like playthrough, maybe with some mods. Or to do a completely new series in the same vein. Yeah, I mean, there are so many bad video games that are based off of movies and TV shows. There are games based off of Jackass. There are games based off of Shark Tale. There are games based off of Finding Nemo. I mean, the options are endless, but James just hasn't wanted to tap into that field. And so what I propose is that we
essentially what you're saying is that you wish to turn the short Stuart Little series into a bad movie tie-in series.
Bad movie tie-ins or just bad games in general. I mean, it could be anything. The sky's the limit. I mean, there's a game based off of SeaWorld. I mean, wouldn't that be entertaining to see someone try to play? I rest my case. I in my turn. Shadow Realm.
But we played
Right.
Sonic Shuffle.
Hold up, just a moment. All right. Fuck, that voice crack. That voice crack was awful.
Also, please save all comments, questions, and concerns, James, until your turn.
Hey, how about you shut the fuck up?
I will be deducting points from you, James. So
That's how we win. That's how we win.
that's the opposite. Anyways, James.
It's not golf.
What are your? You know the question. Start.
What?
Start. Go.
Okay.
What is your plan for an existing series?
So, I would like to continue Creek Boys, but expand it more from like, because the last episode was with Sam, but I would like to expand it more into having more guests, just more episodes in general. Maybe go to some like different locations because it's not just about the creek; it's about the environment around it. So I could find some more interesting locations to go to around West Virginia and travel to there and film at these locations. So that's basically it. And yeah, that's all I have. Short and simple. I rest my
I added
case.
to my notes.
Okay, just one moment.
I might need to get a new page of notes. This is pretty filled out.
Is there any point in time that we can make clarifications on anything that we've missed?
When we ask questions,
You still have time right now.
Okay, so I'd like to make some clarifications with the series that I announced. And I don't want it to be like an ongoing series. I want it to have like a set number of episodes. So it's basically like the prequels to Star Wars, but a standalone like 5 to 3 episode series.
Are you talking about the series you pitched or the?
Yeah, the series I pitched.
Okay, well that we are on to the next topic. I'm sorry, we cannot discuss that at the moment.
I just asked you.
Jacob meant that what we were already talking about
Maybe
was what you
should
could
be more
discuss.
clear.
But that went over your head, like most things.
I'm sure the.
I will be deducting a little bit of points for that one.
Oh, that's at least only a half point. Come on.
Well, it's on a scale.
Hey, he's arguing it with you. He's arguing with you.
Anyways, James, I would like a response to Sam's. You have a minute.
Sorry, what did he say?
Respond to my pitch.
Oh, about the bad video games. We've talked about doing this in the past. I was very hesitant on doing more Stuart Little, but I'll be willing to do some other bad video games. I mean, we've already done Sonic Shuffle, which
On a different channel.
Well, no, we've also streamed it on my channel. Which
Alone, with just you.
Yeah. Well, I have some other games on the Dreamcast that we could definitely play. AKA
Okay.
me, because you want it only to be me for some reason. But, that's fine. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I'm agreeing
okay.
with you. Yeah.
all right.
All right, Sam. What are any comments on James's proposal on the continuation of Creek Boys?
I mean, it's not too different from what you've already done with Creek Boys, because the last 2.5 episodes, or 1.5 episodes, have been with guests, whether it be me or Mary, or even Chitin can be considered a guest at this point. So I don't really see how it's too different from what you've already been doing with Creek Boys. Though I do see that you do want to continue it because it has been dormant for some time. But my question is, should it really be continued? I mean, the videos themselves haven't had that many views, and only a couple are even really watchable due to the audio quality and other elements that are just kind of boring.
All right, Sam taking up most of his time there. Good job on that.
Do you not have any rebuttal for that, James?
Yeah, I do.
I'll allow you to respond.
All right, so Creek Boys is actually some of my friends' most favorite series on the channel, and the first episode broke 100 views. So I would like to say that that point that he tried to make is just wrong, and I will say that some of the audio quality is kind of bad in some of the videos because I filmed it on an iPhone, but I feel like I can add some more enjoyment into it. And I know I had only 2 guests because Crichton's not really a guest. I used to film videos with him all the time. I guess now he can be considered a guest, but nah. I would like to expand my horizon on the guests I can bring into the show.
You're being very vague. Can you be more specific?
With what?
Like, what
Just-
type of guests? What are you adding to the series?
I'd like to bring
Anything.
on more of my friends and maybe I don't know, maybe some YouTubers if they're in the area.
All right. Suppose that's an adequate answer.
So this brings us on to I feel like that's a good segue into another one. Series
Another one.
Yeah, another one of the topics, which is series that should be ended or brought back. Like, what's opinions on those? So I will give you 2 minutes.
So, hold on. For clarification, do we need one to end and one to bring back?
Yes.
Or
Yes, that was my idea.
do
for
we
this.
choose? Okay, one to end and one to bring back. Okay.
Well, I'll start with Sam. You have 2 minutes.
So, most of the series that are ongoing on Mark IV and on Penguin Arms are pretty adequate. Though there is one that I would like to end at least for now and then bring back once there are fixes and or updates to the game, and that is, of course, Persona 4. As the game in its current state is unplayable on one hand, and on the other hand has no sound. So on James's PC, there's no sound, and on his grandparents' PC, it's unplayable. And so until there's a fix for that, definitely end that series. And a series I like to continue, because it's been dormant for months now, is Pokemon Insurgents. It's one of our most viewed series, somehow, up there with Modern Warfare 3 and Stuart Little. I think that we can be more regular with our uploads on that one, and we really do need to beat that game. Because it does get better, at least from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen gameplay from it, but I think that we do need to continue it soon.
All right. Anything else from you in your time? All right. James, what series would you like to end, and what would you like to bring back?
All right.
Time starts now.
So, I think Sam makes some pretty good points, but a series I want to permanently end would Well, I swear I've got one. I swear I've got one. Sam, don't be looking down at your wrist. You little wrist boy.
I will deduct points.
What that was it?
You called him a little wrist boy. Anyways, you're 40 seconds in and you have not talked about your. So, the one you made up. Continue.
All right. I think I would just like to permanently end Pokemon Insurgents, probably. I don't really enjoy playing it. Every time we play it, we literally get nothing done in the episodes. So that's a series I wouldn't personally continue, even though it does get a lot of traction. And a series I would like to bring back or continue would I don't know, probably be Minecraft with Hunter, if he would ever do it. Had some good old time with that one. And
Anything
that was
else
my
from you?
case. Nope.
Okay. Just need one moment.
Sorry, I wasn't prepared for that.
You made the question, James.
I know. I wasn't thinking about it.
All right. So, I think we'll go with this topic, which is.
Shouldn't we ask each other questions?
Oh yeah. I apologize. But that's my mistake. So, James, do you have any response to Sam's what Sam thinks about the end or bring back?
I
I'll give
mean,
you 1 minute response starting now.
okay. Well, I agree with him. And, you know, deep down, I would like to continue Pokemon Insurgents because it has a lot of views. But then again, I don't enjoy playing it. So, no, I don't agree with that part. But the discontinuation of Persona 4 Golden until further notice, I think is a good thing. So, I agree, with his opinions.
All
Anything
right.
else for you?
No.
All right.
Well,
so
then.
you have 1 minute to respond.
All right,
Both his
so-
comments and what you thought of his thing.
So you agree with me, but you also disagree with me. All right, I'm not going to pry too much into that. I'm just going to let that speak for itself. But you want to bring back Minecraft with Hunter, a series that has been all but forgotten, and a series that completely relies on whether or not someone else would want to even do it with you again. I mean, a series that is completely dependent upon another person's ability to return.
Dependent on a third party, I think is what you're
Yes.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
Okay, epic.
That's the whole point.
Shut up. Oh, sorry. No, get your hand away from that mouse.
for. Okay, I will reframe this once.
All right. So, yes, but hear me out. I do think he would be willing to do it. It's just we had to.
You think?
Oh, we would have to schedule this. Yes. So
Okay, also, I would like to
it would
add,
be hard, but
how can we
Yeah, 10
trust
seconds.
someone who wasn't even prepared for their own question to be prepared to run an entire YouTube
I've been
empire?
doing it for 4 years, Sam.
Okay, your time is up for your back and forth. Sam, what is your response to the series that you would like to end and continue? You have 1 minute.
I agree that, Pokemon Insurgents hasn't been the most enjoyable experience, but if it's what the people want to see and it's what gets the most views, then it's what we need to do. We need to sacrifice that little bit for our fans. Are they not worth the sacrifice?
Yes, but I would also like to care about what I think and how I feel about a series too. I feel like that's something that leads to creator burnout a lot, is doing things that you don't want to do at the expense of others, and like how the fans want you to run the channel. And I feel like there should be a balance between there somewhere.
Because Pokemon Insurgents is a game that you can just play once and never again. Once you finish that game, you don't have to play it ever again. So if you just finish the game, you wouldn't have the problem of burnout.
Okay, Sam, your time is up. All right. Speaking of balance, as you were talking about the balance of what the people want and what you want, the balance of creativity and monetization. Obviously, on YouTube, there is this epidemic almost of people being demonetized for the creative content that they produce. What is your views on how that should be? I guess.
If we upload enough, and if we upload as consistently as we can, I mean, this week, as we're recording this, is the week of October 26th, and we have recorded a video and have released a video once per day this week, and it didn't really feel like that much of a hassle. And I think that if we do more like that, it really wouldn't matter at the end of the day what videos get monetized and what don't, because there'd be enough videos that are monetized that the videos that would become demonetized wouldn't matter. So we can basically do whatever we want for the videos and play it safe for others. So we do like a few rare videos in which we just fly off the wall and we can do whatever we want and make it and not really care about monetization. While for the most part, we just make the more safe, more monetizable videos.
Okay.
Right. And James?
All right. So, for one, everything on my main channel has been monetizable up to a certain extent. I think the one that got yellow dollar sign was the 4chan boys. But in the podcast episode. See, some special videos I allow past with no monetization, and then if they're too bad, and I think I'm going to get like red dollar sign or something stupid like that, like completely demonetizable, I'll put them on the second channel. This is why we have a second channel. So I think his whole ideal there is kind of flawed. I rest my case.
All right, and in that time, you already responded to how you feel about Sam's ideas. So I feel like we should go over to Sam. And what do you think of James's statements?
The second channel is an amazing idea. Okay, the second channel is a really good idea. Not everything on the main channel can be monetized. Not everything on the main channel can work. But the only issue with the second channel is that there is a marginal gap between the amount of people who watch the main channel and the amount of people who watch the second channel. The second channel gains barely any traction. The second channel, the most popular video has, I think, only 40 views. And that would work if people actually watched the second channel, but people don't. And sure, there are some, but most of our viewers only stick to regular Mark IV. And while I like that idea, it's just not feasible.
All right, and your time is concluded. All right, so that kind of coincides with something you mentioned earlier, which is your upload frequency. So let's go to your upload schedule. Sam, you have the floor for 2 minutes.
I think that the Mark IV upload schedule, which is every Thursday and every other day if we feel like it. So, we can upload on Wednesday if we have a video that we really want to get out. I just feel like while our upload schedule on Mark IV is very consistent, our upload schedule on Penguin Arms has been kind of inconsistent. I mean, we have recorded videos back in May, which are just now getting out. We recorded a video October of last year, which, while hilarious that we weren't able to get it out on time and we had to skip forward a year, it was still very worrying.
So, what would your proposed upload schedule be?
My proposed upload schedule for Penguin Arms would be twice a month. I feel like that's not too out there, and I feel like that is reasonable enough to be possible. Especially since like series like Tier Time don't take that much effort or money to make.
Okay. Anything else from you during the segment?
Nope.
All right. I will give the floor to James then.
Okay, so the Mark IV channel has been growing pretty fast, and I think that has a lot to do with, well, for one, that video, but for two, the upload schedule, because all of our actual series have been getting quite a bit of views. The podcast has been doing great, and I've been uploading Friday for podcasts every week, except for weeks that we take time off, and every Thursday, have it backed up until like almost the end of the year. So I think we're doing pretty good on this channel. I'm gonna try to release Night in the Woods gameplay videos every Wednesday because it's a more fall game. So I've reserved days for series, and for the second channel, it's kind of lacking because that's just a channel that I kind of throw any of my rejected content and stuff on. So I don't really have a plan to fix upload frequencies on there and like schedules and shit like that. But I do. I'd like to make a point that I think Sam kind of missed. Although that I didn't get those videos out till recently, I've been releasing videos out at least once a month on the Penguin Arms channel. We were doing Toon Review and Toon List and all of those series so we could release more content and get it out more frequently. And then he stopped watching the shows that we planned on watching. So I really think it's his fault why the upload schedule is kind of falling behind, because we don't have as many videos backed up. He's shaking his head because he knows I'm right. But that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, that's perfect timing because your time has just ended. I would like to say, however, you didn't really touch on what your proposed upload schedule would be. But I will now allow you to respond to Sam's proposed upload schedule. So you have 1 minute. Go.
Okay, so twice a month, I feel like that's fair. And I feel like that's doable, and we could build up a huge catalog and release it over a period of time. And it should be easier than what I'm doing on my channel. And we could just get a big, huge catalog of videos and have it flooded out there over a course of a year or two, you know? So I agree. I agree with this upload schedule. That's all I really have to say.
Okay. Sam, would you like to respond to that statement?
Not that particular one.
Okay. I will now give you the floor for 1 minute to discuss, or instead of not discuss, but rather respond to James's statements when asked about the upload schedule.
You blame me for not having a consistent tier time or Toon Review schedule, while you have made no effort to plan our viewing of Cowboy Bebop, and we only got through 2 episodes of Bravest Warriors before it was almost midnight and we had to go to bed. And you haven't made an effort to continue viewing Bravest Warriors or even begin Cowboy Bebop. And so I was under the assumption that you were going to, tell me, hey, you ready to begin watching Cowboy Bebop or something similar, but that has not occurred. Also, there's a lot more we can do with Penguin Arms than just tier time and the tune review. We can do other types of reviews, and we can play like online quizzes and stuff that take very little effort, but we can get out twice a month.
Okay.
Can I respond to any of that?
Yes, you can respond to his statements. You have 45 seconds.
All right, so it may be my fault that we're lacking a little bit behind on Bravest Warriors, but what's the excuse for Cowboy Bebop? I did not plan
You
the
never
showing
started
for that. I was not the one who just didn't watch it because I told you that we should watch it, and you're like, "Oh, okay,
You haven't
okay."
watched it either.
And then you just didn't. Yeah, because you didn't watch it.
Neither of you.
All right, stop.
I would like you guys to settle down a little bit.
And that
You
goes
gavel.
for every other series that we've ever tried to watch. I told him to watch it, and then he just never does. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time. I don't have time." We'll make time for it.
Okay, your time is up. Give me just a moment.
Hey Jacob, what's going on with your curtain in the back there?
That's
Oh,
not a
there's
part
a
of
fan back
this.
there.
Yeah, it's like, what is on it?
It's green. What do you mean what's on it?
Deduct points for that.
I'm deducting points for that.
Damn it! I get away with that.
Yeah, you still get a decent amount of points for that, though. And I'm not deducting a lot because it was funny.
What do you mean? I feel like he's being picking favorites over there.
Nah, you're just saying that because you're in the bottom.
Okay, that moves us on to our next topic, which is steps towards channel growth. So, I would like you to both propose your ideas for how you guys should grow the channel.
All right.
I will once again start with Sam. You have 2 minutes.
All right. So, every month, not every month, but we are getting paid on a more consistent basis now. And I think that since we are getting paid, I think a little bit of that money should be put aside towards advertising on YouTube or even on Instagram or Twitter by buying promoted promoted tweets or promoted grams, so we can get more outside viewers and outside influence. I think that promoting every video that we upload on Instagram is starting to get a little bit old, especially for people who view our Instagram. As they might be getting a little lethargic when it comes to that. So I think that we need to dial that down a little bit and maybe just do one advertisement a week. Especially since like the way Instagram works is that the less you upload, the more it gets pushed to people's like shared photos. Like it gets recommended to people more. And so I also think that networking is a must. We need to talk to more YouTubers who are smaller and even YouTubers who are in our area and get more guests involved in different things so we have more variety. I rest.
All right, and James, I'll allow you to take the floor. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, so Sam stole the advertising thing from me because I was just talking about this before we started. So I would like to run ad campaigns. I want to make specialized ads, film these between me and Sam, and then use Google Ads and push ads to YouTube. Because what's the most watched video platform? YouTube. There's a lot of ads on it. If we push out our specialized ads, people will see it. They'll click on the channel. I mean, we did it inside the mind on someone that did ads on YouTube, so it obviously works. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that point. But my next point is, I think we should continue doing Instagram advertisements because that's been working really well for all of my videos. So, yeah, I rest my case.
All right, and James, I will allow you to respond to what Sam has said. You have 1 minute.
Okay. So Sam said the whole thing about Instagram and how it doesn't get pushed to you that often. That may be true, but it still works. And it's been working since the day that we started. So that's basically all I have to say about that.
Okay, and Sam, I will allow you to respond to James's point when asked about channel growth. You have 1 minute.
First of all, I can't steal the idea of doing YouTube ads from you. That's not an original thought. That's not an original idea. People have been doing that for years. Okay, many other channels have done it. Many other games, services, goods, they've all done it. Different brands have done it. It's not your original idea, and I didn't steal it from you. I already had the idea. You just said it first before we started. Anyway. Also, I'm not saying to end Instagram ads. I'm saying to keep them going, just at a slower pace. We don't want to bombard people's timelines with our ads. That's just disrespectful and annoying. Also, I don't want to keep our advertisements solely on YouTube. I want to branch out to other platforms like Instagram, Twitter,
All right,
maybe even Twitch.
Thank you. And James, would you like to respond to Sam's point?
Nah, I think I made it pretty clear in my discussion.
Ah, shit. Pause.
All right. All right, this brings us to our second to last points, which shall be multi-channel networks, or MCNs. So, to those who may not know, multi-channel networks are corporations who bring small channels under their wing, per se, and get them. They're like managers for actors, basically, and they deduct a certain charge from the YouTuber's revenue, but also helps them network. So I would like to ask each of y'all's opinions on
Y'all.
Shut the fuck up.
Deduct points for that. Deduct points. Come on. You just made fun of you.
I will be deducting points for that.
Oh, my head hurts. Hold on.
He's stalling. He doesn't want to come close to the truth.
No.
Anyways,
It
I
just
would like
hurt.
to.
God, you
What?
should deduct
No, I can hear
points
you, I
for
can
that.
hear you.
You should
Oh.
deduct points for that.
Anyways, I would like to ask the two of you what your opinion is on MCN networks, and would you like to? What is your take on if you were offered a spot in an MCN?
I'm glad.
And-
Oh, am I sorry?
A moment, let me bring up the timer. You have 2 minutes. Go.
All right. Well, I'd gladly accept an MCN opportunity. I mean, it does a lot more good than it does bad. Okay. What?
You were
I think you
just
should
screaming in the microphone. God. Sorry.
Please continue, Sam.
Anyway, I think that there are so many like bad like stories like with Machinima and with like Smosh about like MCNs that do more harm than they do good. But if you really look at it, most big YouTubers are a part of an MCN to a degree. It's just that there are a lot of bad stories that come with them because people don't really read into their contracts. People don't have like their own like legal team, and they don't really, they don't know what they're doing, and they get hurt because of it. I think that because we're not doing it today, we're definitely not doing it today. We're not big enough yet. We're not ready enough for that. But I think that once we are, we should hire some people to look at the contracts and see if there's anything that, they could use against us, and just make sure that the deal's right. That way we don't suffer any of the ill effects that people have in the past. I rest.
Okay, and James, I would like you to give your take on
That's
the topic.
a fucking horrible idea. And if I was offered, I would say no, because for one, a lot of the times they can own your channel, and I have a lot of memories doing this for almost 4 years now, and I'd like to not lose all of that with some stupid contract deal with me earning less money potentially than I was before. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right, and James, I'll allow you to, I guess, if you have anything else to respond to Sam's with.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Sam, would you like to respond to James?
I mean, it's basically what I said. I mean, there are just a lot of horror stories with it, and mainly that's just because people don't know what they're doing when they're getting in. Right now, we're only making like $100 a month, and I doubt that's going to change anytime soon. So, really, what we need to do is wait once we grow, see if that is something that we want to do, and if it is, then look into it, hire some people to look at it and see if there's anything wrong with it. Make sure that they don't own the channel, because that's definitely something that we look for when we look at the contract. And just make sure that it's something that would be beneficial to us more than it would not be beneficial. Something that would help us grow and not something that would deteriorate our channel. And we'd have to make sure that, it would be something that would make us more money than it would lose us money, because at the end of the day, while we can make a lot of money on our own, we need networking to get merch deals, to get sponsorships, to get stuff like that. And my opinion is just that it's just something that's worth looking into. I'm not saying that it's the be all end all. It's just something that I think is worth looking into if we have all of the right equipment to handle it.
All right. And I believe that brings us to our final topic today. Apples or oranges? This isn't a laughing matter, James. I will deduct points if you...
He continued right after you said that.
Yeah.
No, I was laughing before that.
Yeah, I bet you were. Okay. Sam, you will go first. You have 1 minute.
Okay. Well, we've all been a kid, discovering our taste buds, seeing what we like, seeing what we don't like. And for me, when I was little, apples, you see them all on the cartoons, everyone loves apples. Apples are so good. Apples, they're so good for you. An apple a day keeps the doctors away. You hear that every day at school, on the cartoons where they'd give like the apple to their teacher and they'd be like, oh, they're the star of the class, But apples are a bottom tier fruit. All right. Apples are the most bland fruit you can have. I mean, they're basically the fruit version of potatoes. They're hard. Okay. They only taste amazing when you cook them. I mean, they're fine on their own. They're fine on their own. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying that they're fine. But oranges are a step beyond. First of all, you open up an orange, you feel like you've accomplished
Okay,
something.
I'll-
It's like a
I'm gonna
puzzle,
hurry then.
all right? It's like a puzzle. You open the orange and you open it up and you just get, it's like you get 6 or 8 like snacks at once. You get to take them each one at a time at your own pace. With an apple, it's like you got to eat the whole thing. No, oranges, they don't get all brown if you leave them out in the air too long. They're fine. They're oranges, and I like
Okay,
them.
time is up. Okay, James, I would like to hear your take on the matter.
Okay.
You have a minute
Well,
30.
I feel like Sam is not seeing the potential of an apple. All right, look, apples have so many different kinds. There's so many different flavor profiles with each different apple that you try. Some are sweeter, some are more sour, some of them are more bland, and they all taste amazing. And oranges, there's only like a few different type of oranges. They all basically taste the same. Um, and yeah, oranges are bottom tier. That's all I can say about that. Apples are god tier.
Do you have
If you're a
anything else?
Christian, then you have to like apples. Yep, that's the end.
All right. Well, first off, I would like to say that he's atheist, so that doesn't matter.
Why you gotta bring religion into fruit, man?
No, I was talking about the people at home.
Okay.
I don't believe in God either. The fuck is this? Charity? That didn't make any sense.
All right, James, would you like to rebuke my points?
I think I already did.
Okay,
Yeah, I think
I
you
like
guys
to
both already
rebuke.
tried to.
I haven't
You'd like
rebuted
to-
his.
You'd like to continue?
Yes,
Okay,
I like
yeah.
to.
I'll allow you 45 seconds. Go.
All right, potentials, flavors. You don't need that with oranges. All right, you don't see people making an orange pie or an orange turnover because they don't need to. Because oranges are perfect
Fucking
how they
disgusting.
are.
Sorry.
All right. The most you can do with it is put it in a food processor and spread it on your toast, and that's orange marmalade. With apples, people try to do all this crazy stuff with them to make them taste better because they're not good on their own. All right, and all these different flavors. You don't need that with oranges because they were perfect the first time. They didn't need to do all these years of crossbreeding to make the perfect orange. It already exists, and it's just a normal navel orange.
But there's mandarin oranges.
Okay, your time is up. Yeah, orange pies exist.
Yeah.
But they're not common.
Orange.
I'm gonna give Sam 0 points because I don't like oranges.
What? That's bias.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
However, James brought religion into the argument, so
No,
would give
I
him-
was joking. I was joking.
No,
that was a
that
joke.
doesn't
That was a
matter.
joke. Yes,
This
it
is not a
does.
joking matter, James.
Shut
This isn't. Yeah, this isn't a joking matter. So that means I'm.
I
making
think-
extra points.
I think we should have
Which
a
brings-
free topic that we get to talk about at the end.
I will
Great.
allow you your closing statements.
All right. Sam, you go first. When Jacob's ready.
All right.
When Jacob's
Do you
ready.
want someone
when
who
Jacob's
can't
ready.
even?
I will allow you 2 minutes for your closing statements. Sam, you
Okay.
can go ahead.
Do you want someone who doesn't even understand how to answer their own questions? Do you want someone who thinks that you need all these different types of apples? Do you want someone who only wants to promote on YouTube and to promote on Instagram every single day and to clog up everyone's timelines? Do you want someone who doesn't respect his fans? No. And that someone is James. That's why you should vote for me. Is this the Nixon? Nixon.
That's
He does it like widespread, but you can't really see my fingers if I do that. So this is what he does when he's, love making.
Okay. Anything else for your closing statement, Sam?
America
Thank you.
penguins.
Thank you. All right, James. I will allow you 2 minutes for your closing statement. Go.
All right. Since when the fuck did I say that I don't like my fans?
This is not your. It's not.
I do not.
This is
I
not
don't
a
care.
rebuttal. This is a
I don't
closing
care.
statement.
All right. I'm going to win the popular
care,
vote
this
no
is
matter
closing
what. I'm
statement.
going to win the popular vote no matter what, Sam. You better watch your ass. All right. Listen
I
here.
better wash my
Mr. Sachs, I would like you to keep out of his closing statement.
So, do you want someone who's going to take away all of the series that you love? Do you want someone who gets paid 25% of the actual profit? Do you want someone who it does not treat the other person fairly when recording podcasts and talks over top of it? Well, that's why you should not vote for Sam. Sam has a big fucking nose, dude. No one wants a person with a big fucking nose. Like, all of my friends know me, alright? Look. All of my friends fucking know me, Sam. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna vote for me. They're gonna vote for me. They're gonna vote for me. And they're gonna like it. I've been running this channel for 4 fucking years, Sam. What have you done? You've only been part of this channel for like 2, 3, something like that. I can't keep track. But
I can't count. Vote for me.
I can't count. Vote for me. And this is my closing statement. Peace out, bitches. Fuck you. Alright.
I would like to say, James, I'm deducting a lot of points from that.
I'm gonna win by popular vote.
Also,
Doesn't
he
matter.
takes 25%. Do you want someone who only takes 25%? You want someone who's selfless and cares more about the channel than they do about their own money?
Yeah, you literally said. Okay, I'm not supposed to get an opinion of this. You literally said it. Do you want someone who I only pay 25% of the revenue to?
Do you want someone who I Scrooge McDuck?
Oh, by the way,
basis?
Sam.
Do you
By
want
the way, Sam,
underdog winning?
you're allowed to change the percentage that you get paid if you become president. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but I'm probably not going to because I want that money to go into the channel.
I will now tally up your totals for your.
I literally. Well, I guess I put money into the channel, like getting new PC parts. Whoever wins this will also decide on the percentage of that goes towards advertisement. So
Here's my notes.
and
Here's my
how
notes.
much the payout bonus is. That's what you're writing the whole time? No pussy. 1 inch. This is why you should vote for me and not Sam. He is
Okay,
childish.
Mr. I can't count.
He is
That's why you should vote
childish.
for me.
He's childish.
No, you said that and immediately said that that's my closing statement.
Yeah, you said I don't care. That's my closing statement.
So, Jacob, what are your thoughts on the debate tonight?
Well, I would say you both brought up points.
Were they good? Is this what you were expecting from a debate?
I'm pretty sure we met all of his expectations going into it.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, they were low.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Or are they that
He's
low?
pretty whelmed right now.
So, who do you
Not
think is going
overwhelmed,
to
not
win?
I
underwhelmed.
was very whelmed.
Jacob, who do you think you're going to be voting for?
He's
I
not.
don't think I
Hey,
should
don't
discuss
ask,
this.
don't tell. Don't ask, don't tell. James,
I know who I'm going to be voting for.
you're not allowed to vote.
I know. I'm going to rig the election.
I'm gonna rig the election. Vote for me. Trump 2020.
Well,
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring actual politics into this. Sorry.
So we're also
Okay,
going to
so-
be running ad campaigns too about this on
I would
Instagram
like
and
to,
YouTube.
I would like to say the results from my analysis of your arguments on a scale from 1 to 100. For your pitch a series, I gave Sam 86 points. and I gave James 70 points. I would like to explain the reason I did that is because Sam's was very original,
Yeah,
and yours
yeah,
was
I kind
a
of
continuation.
expected
It
that.
was still a good. It was still a good idea, hence the 70 points. However, his was more original, so I gave him more. On the plans for existing series, I gave. I don't remember what the fuck that you guys said on that one, but Sam got 60. James got 57. For the balance of creativity and monetization, you both got 50. I didn't know what to put there. For upload schedule, I gave Sam 65, and I gave James 50. The reason Sam got higher is because Sam had an idea for how much he wanted to upload, and he focused mainly on the Penguin Arms channel, whilst you talked primarily about the upload schedules of your other channels. And there wasn't very much connect between the those upload schedules and Penguin Arms. For steps towards growth, I gave Sam 64 points, and I gave James 59 points.
Is there any point that I score higher than this douchebag?
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, apples versus oranges, James.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, but then I just started yelling at you. I did that on purpose, by the way.
So the reason I did that is because you primarily said, I want to stay where we're at. Which is
on what?
James, that,
On what?
for steps towards growth, like advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Your plan was basically, I want to do what we're doing right now because it seems to be working. Sam had some original ideas, as well as mostly leaving it to how it is, but also changing it up a little bit. Experimenting to find something new that may also work. For series to end / bring back, Sam got 60 points, and James got 65.
Hey!
Good job. Good job.
Explain. How am I better than him?
So you wanted to end Persona. No, you wanted to end Pokemon Insurgents, and you wanted to bring back Minecraft with Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I gave you more points. I think I may have felt bad. On multi-channel networks, I gave you both 50 because I think you both had very, very valid points. I agree that joining one is dangerous, but I also agree with Sam in the sense that if you look into it, if you do the contract correct, it doesn't pose as much of a risk, and it has benefits. For apples versus oranges, Sam got 0 points, and James got 75. I would have given James 100 if he would have just shut the fuck up.
Noted.
I don't have an issue with that.
For your closing statements, I gave Sam 70 points, and I gave
Me
James
100.
25.
I can't count, but for me.
Well,
I don't know if James knows what 25 is, but that's lower than 70, just in case you wanted to know.
All
So
right.
for your totals, Sam, after adding all yours together, you had a score of...
Those are the rounds that we each one, or tied with. Most of James are ties, and then his pity point is right there. I have it marked, so everyone knows that one's a pity point. All right.
For Sam's score, with all yours tallied together, you had a total of 505 points. James.
yeah. Give it
When
to
I
me
added all yours
straight.
together, you had a total of 501.
Wait, what? It was a round with a 0.
So wait, what does that mean? Sorry, because I can't count.
Yeah.
So I won the majority of the rounds, but
Yeah,
James
you-
was able to pull through because of the round that I got 0.
Yes, that's 100% true.
So each of these counts as votes. So right now James has 501 votes and I have 505 votes.
Oh, okay. I like that system. Hadn't thought of that before. That works. So right now the debate is pretty close.
Yep.
With Sam at a total of 505 and James at a total of 501. I
So
believe that concludes today's debate. Thank you very much for watching.
voting opens next month. Remember to keep track with the election and vote for your favorite.
We will leave
Yeah.
the Penguin Arms Twitter in the description, so you can
Instagram. We don't have a Twitter.
No, I mean we'll cut that part out. We will leave the Penguin Arms Instagram in the description, so you can follow any updates with the election. This is yep.
Guys, look, I got black pants on. They're black.
All right, guys. This is.
I wanted to show you all that.
This has
Thank
been
you.
the first official Penguin Arms / Mark IV debate, and we will see you
We got
guys
hair in my mouth on.
in the next debate.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
see you. Vote for me,
Twitch.tv.
please.
Your mom, doing your mom. You know we straight with doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom, doing